about to take it back right now for the old school joint of the day.
This one.
You ready for this one? This is another major dance joint. You want to throw it?
Oh, all right. The old school joint of the day. Janet Jackson with Control. Yeah. Wasn't. What woman that wants to be a singer or performer wasn't influenced by her? She's incredible. I know even for my last video, I watched all of her videos because I always loved how she would take theater and mix it with the streets and some of that choreography and kind of mix it with her own little flavor, how she interacted with her bands. Everything was wonderful. And I respect that she acted and, you know, sang.
Incredible.
Well.
Miss Jackson,
Janet Jackson, huge influence.
So much so. I love her. The other night, actually, me and the dancers, we got a thing of all of her videos, and we watched all of them. There was like a lot of them that I hadn't even seen, like Control, and after even seeing that, it totally inspired me even more. But I went to her show, and after seeing her perform, she just, you know, she's amazing.
You saw the Velvet Rope tour?
Yeah, she's really, really good. And ever since I was a little girl, I've totally looked up to her. And when I saw her videos when I was younger, the ones I did see, it just made me so hungry for what I'm doing now. So,
really? Yeah. Inspiration for dance moves also, I guess,
totally.
Eh? Definitely.
Quincy Jones or
Janet.
She was
first
so
of all, amazing last night.
Janet is like her backgrounds. Like if you don't like people that are singers, they understand. Like her backgrounds are some of the best backgrounds, some of the best harmonies, some of the best melodies I've ever heard. And
this can't be good. This can't be. This can't be. This can't be. This can't be good.
And I would just love to see that process and then add what I can
to that.
It.
Yes, I would love to see.
I always wanted to ask you this, man, because there was some gigantic rumors that was circling around when you did that video. What's it gonna be?
Oh man, the Janet joint.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson.
Look at the voice change. The laugh.
Now people understand how big this song was for you and Janet, for that matter. That pairing seemed very unlikely to happen. And at that time, man, Bus, you were a sex symbol. Not saying you aren't now. I don't know. You got to ask Heather and Tracy, man. I never thought about it. People swore that you and Janet had intimate relations.
Nah, I could never lie on the Johnson.
Yeah.
I ain't never touched that woman in any way that was, I mean, don't get it wrong now. If any opportunity had presented itself in the slightest, I would have OD'd. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it 100, homie. The more this is Penny from Good Times. And nigga was sitting in the babysitter crib and, you know, I'm looking at Penny and all of that. And, you know, it was, this is our whole life. We was in love with Janet. You know what I mean? So when I got the opportunity to work with her and I'm seeing her in the studio creating the song, I think, I'm going to be honest with you, when we created the song, I ain't even stay in a room with her. That's how much, like, I had a fan moment.
Yeah.
And how beautiful she was looking. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't even do nothing outside of the professional shit.
Yeah.
That would have fucked up the professional opportunity.
Yeah.
So I wrote my verse in a whole nother room. And when my song, I just would come in there and check on her. You need something to drink, love? You
Queen.
You want something food? You know, we ordered a bunch of these white flowers and shit and white candles for her. Had the shit all decorated, super sexy for her. And then the nigga ain't even chilling there with her. Damn. That was some frustrating shit. So after we finished the song, you know, I wasn't sweating it though because I'm like, you know, we got the video coming, so, you know. So you know.
It's all right, Buzz. It's all right. Missed opportunity, homie. Now,
let it go.
Bust the rhymes, man.
Janet to me is one of the most valuable artists of all time. Everything she does is perfection. It says a lot to me. It says, you know, you gotta care. You gotta give 100% every time. You gotta show up every time. Janet, when she gets on the stage, you know it's time to be on your feet. You know it's time to get up. You know what you're gonna get. You know you're gonna get an incredible show that you're gonna remember. And she is queen of creating those iconic moments that we still talk about today. 4, 3, 2, 1. How about that? My first memory of Janet would have to be control. At that time period, seeing her as a young woman take control and knowing how important that was for her.
This is a story about control. My control.
The dancing was dope. The key and the earring was dope. I tried to figure out how to make that earring, actually. That's how much of a memory it was. But it was a very special moment to me as an artist and at that time period as a young girl watching her. She has been a huge influence in my life as an artist, also my life as a friend. As a woman, she is very strong, fierce, very sweet at the same time. That's what I have to say about Miss Jackson, the queen, the icon, the legend. She is boss. She is one of a kind. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Austin Mays on Facebook. You list Janet Jackson as a huge inspiration. Have you had the chance to meet her? And could we see you collaborating with her in the near future?
I have not had the chance to meet her. The closest I got was to being in her tribute at the BET Awards, and that was pretty amazing. But I have not had the privilege.
You'll like her a lot.
I would love to meet her one day.
Janet's has natural ability. I mean, she's very, very talented. When I started working with her, it was breaking through barriers. I mean, she was very shy. And I was shy too because this was still very new to me, working with artists and getting to know one another and breaking down those barriers. What Janet would do is she'd say, just let me see you dance, just start dancing. And I'd go, Janet, I don't want to just dance. She'd know, I like watching you just dance. And then I'd feel so embarrassed, and I would start dancing, and she'd go, oh, I like that step, or I like that. The more we worked together, and we became really good friends. She was like a sister to me. She got more familiar where I was thinking in terms of movement, and I'll tell you by the second video, Nasty, I mean, you can see the progress and the confidence build from each video. It's really special.
I heard, a little birdie told me, that you may have met Janet Jackson somewhere backstage tonight.
So honestly, that just happened. I literally just met Janet.
How'd it go?
I was really awkward, and I don't get nervous when it comes to a lot of people, but Janet, I was really, really awkward. My tour manager can tell you. She was like, okay, I think we should just take the picture now, because I feel like Janet and I have kind of the same energy, or at least I like to think. I like to think so. I'm really shy, and she's really shy as well. So it was just like two shy people like, hi. And I was like, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me, especially being a black female, like woman empowerment. And she's like, you're welcome, in her little soft voice. Just so sweet.
I want to ask, tonight we are honoring someone that you've worked with before. Yes. Janet Jackson, as our icon.
Right.
I just want to know, is there any story you can share about working with her on That's the Way Love Goes on the video? Because it was just so cute. Or just what it was like working with Janet back in the day.
I loved it. She was always one of my idols. I probably started dancing because of her video, Pleasure Principle. It was one of my favorite videos ever. Still is. And I'm just excited for her. She deserves everything she gets. She is such a musical icon from an iconic musical family, and I don't know, she deserves everything she's getting.